working. Hello and welcome to Save with Crypto. My name's Save with Crypto. That bloke below me is Maff. Hello, Maff.
Hello. Doing the old university challenge thing with the upper college and the lower college and so on. So,
yeah. Are you well? Actually, I'm actually looking well read. Actually, sort of.
Are you? Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, where I'm from, well read means you've been out in the sun too long, really. You know.
Yeah. Or you've read the Harry Potter books.
That's right. Yeah. What was I going to say? No, I've been playing around with the saturation thingy in StreamYard, trying to make it look like I've got LED lights or something, and it doesn't really work, does it? Just makes my walls look a slightly purple.
It's a lobster cam, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, but my camera kept freezing up yesterday. I'm not sure why actually. So what I've done, I've restarted this computer and.
You haven't installed Linux by any chance, have you?
No, I haven't. And I've emptied the bin and got rid of all my big Camtasia files and generally had a bit of a clear out, really. So there you go. Anyway, right. So the agenda for today, right? I think what I'll do is I'll just talk about this for a moment. This is a Bitcoin. I've noticed a lot of people drawing this trend line in recently. This is like on the 1 hour sort of thing. This is going from when was that? Sunday. Sunday coming down here, which, if that was a valid trend line, if you believe in trend lines, then it does look like we sort of broke out of it a little bit, hence the thumbnail for today's live stream. And if I just turn the magnet off, I always do this, and I always say, well, what it might do is that, and then come back, retest, and then go up, that's possible.
How often does that happen when you actually, like if you drew in historical trend lines? I wonder how often that does play out.
Well,
right, throw that one in there, just unrehearsed.
Do you not believe me?
Well, maybe I just don't believe trend lines.
I don't believe it. Well,
a trend line is a thing, isn't it? I know they say the trend is your friend, but I think that the trend is a thing. So, and then it's just kind of what do you make of it. It's good for identifying a trend that you're currently in, I think, but then and of course identifying when you've kind of broken out of that trend. But I think anything beyond that, I'm not so sure, really.
Yeah,
that's my feeling. Yeah.
All right, but
sorry, Mr. Debbie Downer here. Yeah.
But Luke, no, hang on, no. Oh God, go away. All right. Oh. That sort of thing. No, that didn't work at all, did it? That just went down. Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. Trend lines. Right. I got the point. Remove 31 drawings. They've all gone.
Sort of just debunked that one, I guess.
Right. I don't know what I'm talking about, and everyone's left now. And anyway, let's have a look at a proper indicator. Let's have a look at the Quadzilla.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Because Quadzilla gives you trends that work, doesn't it? I mean,
it does.
Obviously the EMA trends are a thing because they're not straight lines. They're kind of wavy lines that bend with the price,
right.
The price trend, and so on. So
yeah. And so as I always say, what I'm always looking for is I almost have this on repeat, couldn't I? But it's always like what I think is the most powerful thing on a chart to me is when you've got the 55 EMA and a 21 EMA, and when they cross. So if you've got the yellow above the green, you're going up, and if you've got the green above the yellow, you're going down. And when they cross, that's normally when you see a change in trend. I mean, as well as that, obviously, what people do is they look for higher lows, for example, that kind of thing. But I just love the EMAs, and I've been a fan of them ever since I don't know, a couple of years now, I think, actually. But predating Quadzilla, but obviously they're kind of baked into Quadzilla now and actually become like an integral part of it.
Yeah, well, it's because they're so damned useful, I think, and they do provide a very good counterpoint, I think, to the momentum oscillator.
Yeah.
So they complement each other. Well, they don't really it's in a way, it's when they contradict each other, it gives you meaningful information. I think that's the thing.
Bloody camera's frozen again.
Oh yeah, look, you weren't in the middle of a contemptuous sneer or something.
I might fiddle with that when in a bit. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why that is. I might swap computers actually. Maybe that'd be quite a bold move, wouldn't it? But anyway,
midstream, yeah, go for it. See how it goes. Yeah.
I think it can be done. Anyway, so bearing that in mind what I just said, so we had this, like, on the 1 hour time frame, we had this this bearish cross here on Tuesday. That was 2 days ago, and we came down a bit since then. It does look to me like they're starting to curl up a little bit, and maybe they could cross over sometime in the next few days, and the price could go up. So would that fit in with that initial thing I was saying, where we get a bit of up and then a lot of down, or we will find out sooner or later. But you can probably talk about that a lot more detailedly.
Sure,
if that's a word. There was something. Something I was going to show you. If anyone's interested. Oh, hello, Ozzy. Good eye, lads. What was I going to show you? I put it on my desktop. So somebody approached me yesterday saying saying they were from ZoomX, which is an exchange that I've not heard of because it's quite new. And then they said, oh, actually, 2-bit is the older exchange sort of thing. So
they're born from the ashes of 2-bit, is that the thing?
Yeah. I mean, 2-bit was one I tried earlier on, and I didn't really like it, to be honest. But it was all right.
But also, what a stupid name! It's like 2-bit, it's just like that 2-bit exchange.
They've all got stupid names. I mean, that one called Bit Baby. I mean, I just gave up on that because I couldn't stand the idea of actually saying the name of it, because it's just like ridiculous. Even things like BitGet is like. It's like, I don't know. It is
weird, the obsession with bit, and then, but I mean, obviously from Bitcoin, but it's just it's still silly, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I mean, you know, I don't know. Like
I
quite like Bybit.
I mean, Bybit is good.
I like Bybit.
Yeah,
Phemex
they should call themselves an exchange should call themselves BitMax. I know there's BitMEX, but BitMax would be a good sort of, you know, it's got the two extremes. It's got the little bit, and the max. So someone ought to use that, you know.
Bit, yeah. Phemex sounds like some sort of sanitary product, and etc. Anyway, so I thought, okay, well, ZoomX, that's that. I'll give that a go. And then he said, oh no, actually, we want to go with 2-bit first. So what they were doing, they said they can give me. See, now I'm picking my nose. The camera's working.
It knows, is it? Yeah.
So
sorry, I'm actually a bit confused by this. I was too busy making stupid comments. But so what's the relationship between two? So this message, maybe. So who's the message from?
I don't know. He said he was from ZoomX, but then he started talking about 2-bit. I don't know if he's just working for both companies or if they are different companies. I don't really know. Anyway.
Oh, so he's like an agent for the affiliate deals, that sort of thing.
I don't really know, to be honest. Actually,
probably. So he's like really well positioned with both, I guess.
I mean, apparently ZoomX is something is based on Bybit. I don't know what that means, but but I know 2-bit isn't anything to do with Bybit. No. So I don't know. Anyway,
inspired by, yeah.
Anyway, long and short is with these things, I always say, like, you know, I can have some free money to try it out, you know. So they offered me like $300 trading funds, or 500 if I do copy trading. Right. So that I've never done that before.
So as in you're the trader. And
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's going to end in disaster or not, you know, but it might be quite good for my discipline, actually, you know. But anyway, so all I was going to say is, if anybody thinks that I should do that copy trading thing, and if you'd be prepared to sign up to a weird exchange, then let me know. Otherwise, I'll just go for the 300 and just do my own thing, and I'll probably use it for a bit. I'll use it for a bit, and I'll say, oh, I don't like that, because my problem is like, we've got really good exchanges. You know, we've got like Bitunix is a brilliant non-KYC exchange, which you can get to by going to sabercrypto.org/Bitunix, and it has and it has like really good campaigns and offers and stuff like that. Blofin, also another good one, sabercrypto.org/Blofin, and then if you know, ones where you do have to do KYC, there are things like Bybit and Phemex and stuff where we've got links for that as well. But I mean, everyone just likes the non-KYC ones. So the point is, if you've got that, why, you know, like, I mean, Bitunix is great. Why would you use anything else? You know, unless it's really good. But I kind of know that it isn't that good. So unless they've improved it a lot since I tried it, so I don't know. But anyway, if anybody wants me to use it, then do let me know. And
I mean, if there's a decent affiliate thing, you know, affiliate deal or whatever, probably worth it. But do they do? I guess they do copy trading on Bitunix as well.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
So, because I mean, potentially that might even be just a way to drive more people to the channel. You know, if it's called Save with Crypto and it is like the official copy trading thing of, might be setting yourself up for a fall a little bit, but you know, it's a bit of branding, isn't it? And just bit of driving people to the channel as well. Yeah,
I think it'd be good unless I really cock it up, actually.
Sure.
Maybe what I should do is persuade them to do the same deal for you as well, and then we have a race.
Yeah, that would actually get me trading a bit more, which is probably not a terrible thing, you know.
But it could make us a bit risky and end up in absolute disaster, you know.
Just throw some degen trade position cowpats at the wall or whatever. Yeah.
And also I'd have the problem where, like, you know, I'd be trading with not real money. It is real money. I mean, basically, you can't. If they give you a bonus, you can't withdraw it, but you can withdraw your profits. So so it kind of, well, it's like any other bonus really. And yes, hang on. So
as I was saying, can't you do copy trade on most exchanges?
You can, but what it is that they're going to give me more money if I do copy trade. They're getting me $500 rather than 300 if I do copy trading. So that's why I might say, all right. So
yeah,
so
I mean, even the 300 thing is probably worth doing, isn't it? Because it doesn't really matter if you blow the account, But so just throw in a few 100x degen positions, and you never know. I guess the profits you're allowed to withdraw. So just go for it.
Okay. And that's a good point. What Ozzy's saying there is, like, you could offer Quadzilla copy trading for your followers. So, I think that's how I'd do it. I'd actually, how would I do it? I'd probably come up with like some very, very strict rules for me, using Quadzilla. And it might mean there's not that many trades. You see, this is my problem with copy trading is if you go to any platform and look at the copy trading thing, the guys you will see at the start, they're usually from Korea or China. And they've got like ridiculous things, like they've made like 5,000% in the last 7 days or whatever.
Yeah, because they're very good at maths. Yeah.
They're very good at fudging the
percentages. Yeah.
They're very good at fudging the figures as well to actually get people to follow them. And basically, like, if you get lots of people following them, you make more money. So but to do that, you need to be quite risky and stuff, and you need to sort of basically what you need to do is you need to do lots of little trades, like tiny trades with like ridiculous leverage and that sort of stuff to make the percentages look amazing, whereas what I'd probably do is I'd probably look rubbish, it'd probably be like, he's made 5% over the last 3 weeks or something, because I'd be like really cautious, so that way I wouldn't appear on the first page of like the best copy traders. So it would
I was looking at like 1 minute scalping using Quadzilla and a few other things like yesterday evening, and placed a few trades, and it really works. It's really accurate. I mean, that's something we could probably go over in a little bit anyway, because it's just kind of a fun thing,
Okay.
This could be degen Thursday or something.
Okay.
So actually, maybe, that could be a thing.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Because so it's Quadzilla, obviously with the retracement levels and Bollinger Bands, and a couple of other things, but mainly those two really. And it's like print money time, but it takes a lot of engagement of just like, be poised, ready at all times, but we go through it. So, but possibly something like that, if you're looking for a copy trade thing, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it might be quite a good way to sort of, as you say, get people onto the channel and get more subscribers. Talking of subscribers, congratulations! I believe you've got 1,000 subscribers on Mafftopia now.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's
well done.
It's genuinely a kind of awesome thing that I'm really genuinely thrilled with. I'd like to make a speech.
Go on then. Take the stage.
Well, no, I hadn't really planned one, but thanks to everyone who's supported that so far. I mean, like especially in the Save with Crypto Discord, which I kind of invaded a bit with Mafftopia stuff, and then kind of
you'd be nothing without me, mate.
No, but yeah, honestly, it's so I kind of voluntarily siloed myself into just a Mafftopia channel within that Discord server, so I'm not just like spamming like the whole thing with those. But yeah, the support there, considering it's not actually a Mafftopia Discord, it's been really good. So I appreciate your patience on that one.
It's all right. Well, it's
So
nice.
I think it's something like 1,033 subscribers now. It's going up quite nicely. Yeah.
Well, you're doing better than this channel, because I think I've got about 33 subscribers in the last year, I think. Anyway, so do make sure you are subscribed, and while you're down there, give the live stream a like. Anyway, should we get on with the show?
Yeah. Actually, it's a good point. It's 20 past already.
Is it really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's do it.
Just hang on. Have we got any comments we've missed?
Quite a few. Should we go through them quickly?
Yeah, do you want to do that? And,
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, that's me. Hello. Hello back. And any coin technical analysis requests, get them in. Happy to go through those. Say if you're saying get Quadzilla, and there's a request. Pippin, the channel mascot shitcoin. We definitely have a look at that. And I've got high hopes. I've got high apple pie in the sky hopes. Should I recognise that song? I'm not sure.
Don't know. Is it by? Is it? No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Napalm Death or something. Pippin is ripping, or Pippin is doing the other thing. We'll find out in a minute. So they're trying to shake you out. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Doing a damn good job of it too. Afternoon all. Hello, KB.
Okay.
G'day lads. G'day Aussie. And hi. Oh yeah, we did that. Which is a damn good idea. And right, I tried copy trading something on MargeX. Is that another exchange with a ridiculous name? Yeah,
MargeX. They
it's like I can't believe it's not Butter X or something.
Yeah, but they went really bad actually. They kind of went down, and then everyone lost their funds and stuff. Yeah,
bloody hell. Turned 2k into 14k. Lucky I took half the profits off the table. Nice, decent profits. As the trader disappeared after MargeX had a glitch in the remaining funds I had in the account were gone. No, not. Oof. Yeah. No, bad news.
No, the exchange went down really.
Didn't come back up.
I don't think so. Anyway. Yeah, I think people lost loads of money in that. So don't keep all your money on exchanges. No. Although it's quite hard not to sometimes, isn't it?
We kind of need it to trade. So, and if you want to be trading with some significant margin and so on, then you need some significant kind of like money on the exchange. But so tricky one really.
Point being there is exchanges like Bitunix use a thing called Kobo, and Blofin use a thing called Fireblocks, where they don't actually have access to your funds. It's kind of custodied by somebody else. So I don't know how that works, but it's supposed to be a good thing apparently. So
I suppose you haven't really had to sort of test it out by going bankrupt yet. So,
yeah, you never know until the poop hits the fan, do you? Really?
Yeah, true. Yeah. So in fact, Aussie's saying it's still running. So that's kind of interesting.
Okay.
I hope people got their funds back anyway.
Okay.
Kaz just popped up. Hello. Saying hi. Have I missed much? We're just finishing up.
You missed everything. We were talking about some copy trading possibility on weird exchanges, but anyway, you can always wind back and watch that if you want.
Yeah.
Should we get on with the show and do?
I was going to say, because we haven't even really started yet. So
okay, right, let's do it.
Right, let's do it.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you.
Oh, is that your screen or mine?
That's yours. Shall I put mine on? Or did you want to?
Mine's gone now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
right. Good. Oh yeah. So so that actually I keep doing this. Probably the joke's wearing a bit thin now, but that hefty fellow who we just saw gyrating on the screen for your pleasure is of course Quadzilla, and it's a premium indicator, and as we'll shortly see, it's just insanely accurate and consistent, and it just gives you trade after trade after trade, and just, can I say this? Probably. It's true. It prints money in effect, and very, very quickly just kind of pays for itself. And it doesn't even cost that much. That's a ridiculous thing. So one quite low profit trade effectively pays for it for the month, £80 a month. Or if you're on the yearly plan, it works out as £60 a month. So probably most people, maybe all people currently watching have already got Quadzilla. But if you're the one person watching who doesn't, go get it. And then you can get access to the trade, Save the Crypto Discord anyway, the trading Discord, but you'll get ushered into the Discord. So is that the best we can say about that? It's not really premium. You get VIP access because we'll all be very pleased to see you. But get into the Discord anyway, because there's lots of discussions around trading and TA and positions and so on. So yeah, is it worth doing this now? Yeah, because I'll probably forget later. Just wanted to quickly point this out. I just saw this on X this morning. Mahusive, Ethereum is being considered as a potential blockchain to launch the Euro stablecoin. Sorry. Let's stop doing that. It's become a habit. Just anything. So someone mentioned, I did that on a Maftopia video. The last one mentioned the BBC. Doesn't mean that. So I just got to stop doing that before it just becomes reflexive. Anyway, Ethereum being considered as potential blockchain to launch the Euro stablecoin. So governments aren't asking if public blockchains work anymore. They're asking which one is. I don't know if they ever were asking that, because of course they bloody work. So that's a bit of a made-up thing. I imagine that governments aren't asking that anymore. I imagine they're now asking which one is good enough. There's a major shift, I imagine. But if they are considering Ethereum, that'd be nice. It makes sense, wouldn't it? Because it's got the built-in, kind of critical mass, the built-in validators and so on, the security layer. They can just kind of add their piddly little kind of, project, I suppose, provincial project on top of it, and do what they do, and invade privacy even more. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to sound so bitter about that, but that's huge for Bitcoin. No, huge it would be huge for Bitcoin as well. Excuse me, for crypto generally, but Ethereum in particular, of course. Offset against that, Cryptos Rush, $2.6 trillion Citigroup just built on Solana. So it's not all Ethereum, So that's a bit misleading, because basically Citigroup with $2.6 trillion in assets, they're not saying they're putting $2.6 trillion onto Solana. So, but besides that, though, they tokenized a bill of exchange, completed issuance to settlement, on Sol, which is kind of like a clearinghouse, a clearing bank, really, just doing all of the bits, the issuing and the settling of transactions. This ain't no sandbox demo. That's real trade finance infrastructure moving on chain. City operates in a lot of places. When blah blah blah. Headlines, not for headlines. It's because the rails are getting payment rails are getting competitive. blah 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 blah. Yeah, so it's pretty huge. I mean, just institutionalized kind of dinosaur banks and institutionalized dinosaur kind of just multinational, kind of economic zones or whatever, are switching over to established blockchains, which is kind of nice, just worth noting. And I know there's so much doom and gloom at the moment in terms of oh no, we're in a bear market and so on. But yeah, there's good times too. There's sunshine. I mean, it's raining at the moment, but right. So yeah, Bitcoin. Oh god, I should have prepared this a bit. I was kind of winging it, or like relying on winging it a bit, but maybe a bit too much. So let's start over with this. Zoink. Yeah, okay. This is why I'd opened up a new layout and stuff. Let's go to this. That's why it's a bit kind of with all my usual scribbles and things. Here we go. Right. So if we go to the daily, sorry. And yeah, I'll probably just get rid of that now. Yeah. So had that crash. That was from 98,000 down to the low of 60,000, which is quite a drop of. For a single impulsive move, just trying to get rid of the thing. I want to see whether. Anyway, there, I suppose. 38% drop, 39%. Call it 40 because it sounds more impressive. So nearly 40% drop down to that low. It very nearly came down and touched that, which I believe is a retracement. I believe it. Oh, okay. I believe it's not a retracement level there. Actually, I shortened these levels in the settings because when I was doing the that 1 minute scalping I was talking about, so I'll just bring those back up to sort of acceptable lengths. So if we get time later, I'll show you why I was doing that as well. I'll make it 1,000 and maybe 400. Don't know about that. That's better. So that one was astonishing before because we so that was at 62, and yeah, there's obviously all of this going on, and then the price just kind of came down. I mean, kind of that wick down was to perfection really, because essentially, in fact, it genuinely was. So that bearish candle came down, kind of just touched the retracement level, doink, which was predicted all the way back here, October 24. Yeah, October 24, mid-October, and doink, touched it. And then the way that the bullish retracements work is that they're kind of saying, yeah, the price is above it, it's going to come back down. So that'd be a decent short in its own right. You've got a very high level of confidence that the price is going to come down to here. And then after it's touched this, it might drop slightly below, but that just kind of gives you a bit of time to kind of get your ducks in a row, get your long ready, long trade. And but yes, it touched it and immediately kind of headed back up. In the next day, the next day there's something of a wick down, and we could probably maybe go into the reasons for that. But essentially, yeah, came down, touched that, headed back up. It's now kind of retracing somewhat, but could we view that as a continuation pattern? I wonder. So essentially, if it's done that, doink, that, maybe just about. So we've got kind of impulsive move up, retrace, impulsive continuation. Sorry, just cough. So, and if that happened, we could well see the price come up in, like, probably not in a straight line, obviously, but in fact, maybe I'll just draw that slightly differently. So to that, kind of what it's done. I can draw that accurately because it's happened. So at this level here, that because there's obviously liquidity just there, so you might see a bit of shenanigans just there. Up into this order block. Where's that? Sorry, I'm just going to do this for a second because I'm not sure if that's a retracement level or not. I've drawn so much crap on here. No, it isn't. Okay, that's just a line drawn. So up into the order block. I'm thinking, like, does it come back up? Because that retracement level, the bearish one, is kind of like exactly-ish midway, like, you know, in the middle of that order block. So if it could do that, and then kind of down. I was just going to say I'm not sure why that stopped drawing, but it's because that's now. I guess that's why, you know, something like that. Back into this one, because there's a bit of a range marked out, because this one, this order block I drew in, obviously because there's a very clear bit of sideways consolidation going on within that. Actually, I'll just switch off the Bollinger Bands because that's better to see a bit more clearly. Yeah, it's consolidating in there. There's obvious liquidity just built up within that, so the price is going to very much just want to return to there, eat up some of that, and there's still obvious-ish liquidity down here. So the price earlier was kind of, oh yeah, maybe just do this. Yeah, this area here, I mean, obviously that is going back into 2024, so who knows? But, you know, there's probably still liquidity there. Sorry, as in, like, potential liquidation of orders there, long term, going back. So in which case, I haven't gone back up to there. I could well see it just kind of dropping back down to here, which is kind of between 58 and 69-ish. So really it's just a case of whether it can get all the way up to there before coming back down again. I just feel it probably will. It's I'm not saying, like, you know, hey everyone, jump in, I've said it, so you know, just put your life savings into this ultimate trade. But so there's a very definite probably in that one. It just looks like it's that sort of thing, doesn't it? It's going to do that, maybe up to there and back down. That would mark, if it does just get to that retracement level. Maybe we could just mark that out a bit. So if it does get to that retracement level, then it would mark a lower high from there, and potentially from there. It depends if it gets right up to it. If it just wicked up on the daily and then came down, then yeah, that could still count as a lower high, I suppose, just not including the wick. Depends where the close is. But in any case, would look pretty weak. And we've still got the what's that on at the moment? It's a 200-day MA, which you know, we generally see that as the probable high of the post bull market relief rally. You know, one last kind of leap for the stars or whatever, and you know, missed. Like if it's, I'm thinking circus trapeze, just in case anyone was interested. But yeah, so every other 4-year cycle, that's happened. After the all-time high is printed, we kind of go into the into the beginning of the bear market, but we get a relief rally up, and it touches the 200-day MA, and then drops. That doesn't mean it'll definitely happen this time. It just means that it's very, very likely. So if that happens, it'll come up. That would continue to be. In fact, it's drawing down very steeply. So that same trend, kind of that, like so. So if that, so I'm just going to take off the arrowheads. There they go. So if that did happen, like this coming up, would that be, I think, because it could potentially also just kind of come up to there, drop down a bit, even bounce off there, the bottom of the order block, and then come out and do that, something like that, and then down. In which case, very sad as it is, the relief rally would be just 90-ish, probably between 90 and 95, I would think, by that stage. Yeah. So at one stage we were looking at potentially, if there was strength in the market, the relief rally might have come up and like hit maybe just 100k, depending on the level of this. As it is now, because that hasn't really happened, there hasn't been that strength, so it might end up just being sort of somewhere between 90 and 95k for the relief rally, which is kind of pathetic, to be honest. But there that's where we are, isn't it? So yeah, there's that. So that's the daily. Yeah.
Well, I can probably wait a minute, but I'm just going to. It looks like we've got a new person here. The combat master, and he was asking about some other indicator, and then he was asking about Quadzilla, and he said, "Can you show a quick demo?" I don't know if you can sort of include what Stonks is. Oh, that was the other indicator he mentioned.
I mean, we were chatting about Stonksy just before going live, so I think that's probably why.
We were, yeah.
Well, to be honest, we were kind of saying that for anyone who's already got Stonksy or new Stonksy customers, Quadzilla just complements it extremely well, because obviously Stonksy is very much about the sort of, go long, go short, go long, go short sort of thing, the background colours. Quadzilla gives you precise levels, like this sort of thing. So that's why they work so well together. Obviously, I prefer Quadzilla, but there you go. So yeah.
So basically, Mr. the Combat Master, so Quadzilla's got two parts to it, all in one indicator actually. So it's just one indicator, which actually means you can use it on the free version of TradingView, which I find incredible. I don't know if anybody does, but so what you've got down the bottom there, you've got this this momentum oscillator. So what you have down there is when the price gets into extreme overbought or oversold conditions, you start to get these green and red backgrounds. We call them backgrounds, but they look like vertical lines, and you need to not be confused between the ones that go the full length from 0 to 100 and the smaller ones, which are something else that we can talk about later. But essentially what you're looking for those extreme conditions. So for example, in the middle of the screen there, you've got like a green background. You've also got a little green arrow as well. Can you see where
I'll just hide the RSI on there, 'cause it's probably information overload. I just stack things,
Yeah. So right in the middle of the screen at the bottom, you've got a little green arrow as well. Can we just put your cursor there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that what have you done there?
I don't know. I've broken it.
There you go. Anyway, so what you got there. So what you got there is you've basically got that convergence band, which is what we call it, which is made out of stochastics and things with special secret values, and when it squashes up and it becomes like 1 pixel wide and it goes down the bottom or down the top, that normally shows you when when the price is about to reverse, which is obviously is the best time to get into a trade or get out of a trade. And so when that convergence band starts to turn back up, you start to see things like the green backgrounds appear, and then in extreme cases you get the little green arrow, which is what we call the super up arrow. And that was originally the main part of Quadzilla. So you basically got, you know, those things that tell you when the price is likely to turn around. So that's very, very useful. I mean, within that as well, you can look at the convergence band, and basically, like, the more narrow it is, the more conviction, if you like, the price has. And then what we discovered later on is that we were able to use a combination of that and the EMAs that you see on the top part of the chart there, where it's got these EMAs, and
actually, let me put them in. Yeah.
Okay. And then within that, we noticed that we were able to. Well, it was actually Maff who discovered it by accident, and he discovered his secret formula that plots these retracement levels, which are levels that the price is likely to go to. Now, we're so confident about this. Math's actually built into the indicator. It's built into the indicator like a kind of statistics thing, which shows you how likely on whatever time frame for whatever asset, how likely the price is to come back to that level. And you can see this really, really beautiful one there, where the price came down to this green bullish retracement level there, and it just, you know, like kissed it perfectly, and then sort of went back off up.
Yeah.
And so that is what Quadzilla is. It's the momentum oscillator, and then you've got the stuff on the charts that gives you these retracement levels. And then within that, we're playing around with another thing at the moment you can also see there, which are these things called the retracement channels, where you've got these kind of red and green areas as well, which Maff can probably talk about later. But that's essentially what Quadzilla is. It's fairly new as an indicator. I mean, we started putting it together last summer, and it's kind of grown a little bit since then. We haven't got tons of users so far, but we are putting more material
got a
together.
fair number, I mean, to be fair.
Yeah. But we are putting together more material about how to use it and strategies and stuff like that, which will be coming out in the future. So it's quite a unique indicator.
There is a page. It's worth mentioning. If I can find it, 1 second.
Okay.
Where is it? Where's the Medium? Yeah. If you head over to Medium, we could probably put this. Well, actually, I think isn't this link actually in the description, in the video description, the live stream description, I think.
Yeah, so I can probably drop it in. Can I drop it into the chat?
Yeah, sure. So basically, this tutorial article just has all of the features. It's just like a big old page of everything, except for the retracement channels we talked about just now. But that's kind of a new feature. So I'll need to update this this page at some point, and this screenshot, because this is just a really kind of rare confluence where there was a chart where it at the time just kind of showed all of the Quadzilla features all in one, which is kind of handy. So that just gives you a good idea of all the things it shows you. Obviously, you don't have to use all of that at once. It's just that it's all. It kind of gives you a read on the market at that moment. So like that red arrowed line there is a bearish retracement level, kind of saying, oh hey, the price has gone below here, but it's going to come back up, touch this line, or go slightly above, and then it's going to drop further. So sure enough, we get this sort of down step, the up step, touches a line, in this case exactly touches it, and then it kind of drops. It wavers a bit first, but then basically drops. So that, because these levels actually end up becoming, they end up marking out support and resistance at points that you don't normally see. Like, you don't really see other indicators definitely that show these same levels, but they work out every time. So like this bullish one is kind of the inverse of that. So it's kind of saying that the price is above it, so it's done the up, it's going to come down to this level, maybe slightly below, then it's going to go up again, up, then the down, then the up, and so on. In this case, the market just did its own thing, but you definitely get that pattern in there. That's very, very tradable. The EMA trend lines, EMA trends that Save was talking about just now. So in this case, the green 55, the yellow 21 EMAs are showing on here, and when they look as if they're going to cross bearish, I don't think you can really see it, but it's shaded that in. It's in purple there, just so there's not too much like red showing all over the screen, so it doesn't blend in, so it stands out a bit more. So when that starts to happen, it also draws under a few different conditions, not just like if they are converging. So it's a very likely case that they are going to kind of cross below, and that when that happens, by the time it happens, it means that a downward trend is already happening. So, but prepare for more downward price movement. But this, when it starts to shade that in, it gives you a bit of an early warning that that's very likely about to happen, that you're going to get downwards. So all the way from here, really, it's starting to say, hey, downwards plunge, building, and sure enough, then plunges down. And the same over here. This one, it kind of started to draw back here, so you don't have to wait for the crossover, the cross under, really, for that to happen. It just happens. And then of course, all the stuff down here then is the momentum stochastic oscillator stuff, of which there are four oscillators happening on different kind of like lengths of time. So and then it just sort of combines them to get a very accurate read of the overall, basically of when you're going to see shifts in momentum. So yeah, that's worth checking out. Just go through all that. Let's do a quick zoom. Whee, done. And what else are I going to show? Yeah, we could probably chat about. What should we chat about? Well, I guess at some point in this we're going to cover the retracing channels anyway, as part of this TA. So we'll probably just go through that.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Combat Mastery, he did actually say might add it to the toolbox. Looks interesting. Excellent. I mean, what I've done, I put in the comments, I put a link to the Medium article that Maff was just showing you, and also I put a link to the Discord as well. So join the Discord. When you get to the Discord, just DM me or Maff, and we'll give you the proper roles. It's just to keep out the bots and spammers. And undesirable characters. And if you've got any questions,
of which there are many.
Yeah, if you've got any questions, ask there or whatever, or you can always comment under any videos that I make, and we will always reply. So sure. Thanks for that, Maff, and sure. Hopefully. Oh, there you go. Mr. Delta says it works. Simple as it that.
Yeah. I quite agree, and including the grammar as well.
Where did you go to school? Actually, I know where he went to school, but
the International School of Texting, I guess.
No.
Okay. So I've just gone to the 1 minute on this, because I guess we were going to talk a bit about scalping. But I suddenly thought, should we cover Pippin first? Just a very quick look at Pippin.
Yeah, why not?
I think. Pippin. We ought to have a little song, like the dove from above sort of thing, which is a bit. I'm not a huge fan of like Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer particularly.
Oh yeah.
But remember the dove from above from Shooting Stars.
I do.
Which has its roots in an element of Gnosticism, by the way. It's not just a random thing.
All right.
But yeah, so I was thinking, like, for Pippin, we kind of need like a little sort of like, come in, Pippin, bring them in or something. I don't know. I'll have to work on that.
We can animate Scotty's dog, can't we? Somehow.
Oh yeah, that'd be incredibly cute. Scotty's dog is incredibly cute.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't seen it,
And it's not a Scotty dog.
No. I forget what breed that you said it was now, Scotty. Oh, is Scotty not? Oh yeah, you're being a bit quiet, Scotty. What's going on? We've come to expect just an absolute tirade of comments from me.
It's probably out walking said dog, isn't it? It's a shit poo or something like that, or a
mulchie. Yeah, that was it. Okay,
I'll
make a note of that. Mulchie. Thank you. So yeah, I expect more heckling from you, Scotty. So anyway, Pippin. So do some actual TA now. So what have we got? Just adjust this a bit. Just realise the microphone is like it's recording my chin. So anyway, I've really got to get this sorted. By the way, if you can hear a creaking noise, it's just my chair. As well. So it's a Linux chair. I think.
It's not your neck then.
God, I hope not. No. Yeah. So Pippin, wherefore art thou, Pippin, or something. So Pippin on the 1 minute. I guess we're not really going to see much of anything. So okay, look on the 4 hour because oh my God, wow,
yeah,
that's amazing. It had a crash. That was from 28th of January. The bottom of that crash was bloody beautifully caught by Quadzilla, if you don't mind me saying, in such terms. But wow, actually there's also that further down. So that kind of suggests it's going to be further downside. So it might well do that, then down to that lower level. But in the meantime, Bosch, as it were, touched, and that line, the level that it marked out, and also wow, that super up. So this is on the 4 hour. That super up turned out to be very, very a good trade if you took that one, and super down is now showing, but I don't know, that's suggesting that must have reached some sort of top there. It probably has, but just because it's completed that market structure, isn't it? It's come back up. In fact, it's hasn't yet closed above. Let's do. Is that? Oh, come on, work for me. For God's sake! Sorry, this thing isn't doing the things I want it to do when I press the keys. Just do that. Maybe I'm just pressing the wrong key. I don't know. Anyway, so it's going to say there. It's going to delete. I didn't realise I had drawings on here. Okay, that's better. Let's do that again. So, essentially, that top there, marked out obviously the top there, but just the close of the topmost bullish candle. Over here, when it kind of retraced up to that level, the price just kind of topped at that same level. Hasn't yet. I mean, it's still heading up, but it has yet to close a 4 hour candle above that level, because that might well just wick down. I think if it wicks down and closes below there, you could probably expect a bit more downside. If it closes convincingly above there, that might well turn into support and further upside, but we'll see. Meanwhile, the retracement level has started to draw there. That one caught that move quite nicely, because the price did go up and then headed back down again briefly. That one caught the level perfectly there. Yeah, as that one pretty much. So, long and shorting chart. Yeah, it's insane. If we, I mean, because that essentially from the close and subsequent open, that went down to. So if it did just come down, I know it went lower, but that's like 66%. Believe it, heck. No.
That's mad.
At that point, it would have taken a brave person, I think, to long on there. Also on Quadzilla, it was suitably warning, like, if you're thinking about longing here, maybe be a bit careful. This is the trend shield, which is saying, that there's still signs of a downward trend, basically. Probably not a good time to go long. And then over here, it starts to fade out, which means that the downward trend is sort of faded. So, and of course, the convergence band here has started to move up. You get this kind of, that turns into a mid-range cross just there, which means essentially that the trend has already begun. I mean, this is talking about momentum down here, but the upward momentum has already begun. But the weighted average of the four stochastics, which is the white line there, has been crossed by the faster red, because it came down below. Can't really quite see it, but it came down below the white line and then crossed above it. So that kind of gave you that mid-range cross. There are a couple of other parameters that go into that to keep it meaningful, but essentially that means strong upward momentum. The weighted out, the average of all of them is in agreement, and it's kind of heading strongly up. But the fastest moving one, the red one, has jumped up and is now racing ahead. So in other words, it's signalling strong upward price movement ahead, and sure enough, boom.
Can you just pop that onto the daily for a moment?
Yeah,
because this is a really good example of when the convergence band, because what we always used to look for before we had the retracement levels and all that sort of thing, we used to look for when the convergence band got below that 20% mark, 20% line, and we got a bit of space there. So you can see that we got that space there, and the convergence band went right below, and then we started getting the green backgrounds, and that did predict this amazing pump up. And also what you can see as well in that, you can see that we've now got a bullish cross of the 21 and 55 EMAs there on the daily time frame. So that's showing quite a strong impulse. But the cross of those EMAs happened later than when we were getting the green backgrounds on Quadzilla on the momentum oscillator. So it's a really good example of Quadzilla showing you that looks like the price is going to reverse and go back up.
Yeah, for definite. I mean, that's actually so clear, especially the series of green backgrounds plotting on there is just sort of, it's almost screaming at you at that point, just saying, for God's sake, price is going up, prices or about to go up, prices about to go up, prices go up, then kind of boom, up it goes. And
it is worth mentioning as well that you are able to set alerts for the green backgrounds. You're able to set alerts for the super up indicator.
Yeah, and have a quick look at those. We haven't really talked about the alerts much recently, but or at all. So alert on good old Pippin. So the conditions you can set for Quadzilla are many. So as you were saying then, so you can set on if a red background appears, green background appears on the current time frame, or there's a combined one. So because obviously TradingView does limit the number of alerts that you can set and things, and also you maybe don't want to have to set like hundreds of them. So quite often you may not be interested necessarily in either red or green, just that there's been a background change, place a trade. So you get a combined one, which is background color change, red or green. For the super up and super down signals, I showed you an example of that just now. A similar thing, if one of those appears, you can get an alert. The EMA crossing, which we kind of showed an example of that just now as well, where it shades the background where the two EMAs are converging and you get a shaded bit. You can actually get an alert on those as well. And so yeah, combination of those, blah, blah, blah. And so because you get like faster EMAs, which is the cyan 9 EMA crossing with the 21, then the normal EMA, which is the 21 crossing with the 55. So just choose combinations of whatever you're interested in, and then the good old retracement. So if a bearish retracement starts to appear, or a bullish retracement, or one or the other, there is also a hyper alert, which is essentially just all of the above. So if anything happens on the chart, just tell me about it. So that's what that is.
The point being with that one, if you are using, for example, like the free version of TradingView, then you've got one indicator and you can have one alert for everything. So it's which is incredible, you know.
Yeah, because usually if it is one of those things that if something's happened on the chart, you just kind of want to know about it, so you can go and have a look and decide whether to place a trade or not. So like, depending on your trading style, of course, you can set it to the trigger would be like, once per bar close. I think most people tend to set that to the bar close because they want to wait for a confirmation. But if it's on like a hourly chart or the 4 hour or even the daily, it's often a bit too late by that stage. So you kind of want to know like as and when it happens. So I tend to set it to once per bar. It does mean that you might get there and the thing that caused the alert has sort of has disappeared, because obviously like with these sorts of things, the background colours, they would appear and disappear maybe if the signal is borderline, and it's only really confirmed once that bar closes. So by the time you get there, it may have disappeared. Well, the same with the retracement levels in any of it, really. But it's still good to just kind of get there and you see like, oh, this is an interesting chart now, and hopefully the thing that triggered the alert is still there. So I'd rather get the occasional false alert than actually miss a good move that I'm waiting for,
So I mean, I think I've got that set on things like looking for like super ups on the daily time frame, which obviously don't happen that often, but when they do happen, you want to know when they happen and don't really want to wait for that day to finish, when you're probably asleep,
Ooh, hyper alert. Colour me interested. So like that. So appreciate the comment, Kaz.
Did you see Scotty's comment above that about teamwork?
Oh, see in Discord. So I'm looking around my camera stand. I know I could just move the window. There you go. Excuse that. See in Discord, teamwork that. Is Tokyo shorting Pippin here? Could be a banger for him if it does. On paper, yeah. I'm leaning. No, he trades. He trades big time. By the way, I'm leaning more towards a punch above resistance and turn support into new all-time high. Yeah. Are we still on? Oh, we're still on Pippin. Yeah. Okay.
You want to look out for those topping signals, like the the red backgrounds and the super downs, that kind of thing that we were showing there. So
for sure.
Yeah, keep an eye on those, and wind the live stream back and watch the what Maff was talking about, because I think there's probably is a good short opportunity there soon, I reckon.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm thinking so.
Have you got time to have a look at ZAU, no, XAU, the gold thingy.
Yeah, sure. So just very quickly before we do,
Sorry.
because I wanted to go to the
Didn't mean to distract
3
you.
minutes on here fairly randomly. Do I want the 3? Maybe even the 1. Just have a look at the 1. Because what I wanted to point out is, I should bring that down now. So, sorry, just going to, the Combat Master, I don't know if you're still around. You may have just got bored now and wandered off, I don't know. But if you are still here, I also just wanted to point out, so Quadzilla does have stats built in as well, particularly for the retracement levels. So you can show a stats module, and so we're that confident about it. We just build the stats right in, so you can kind of see what's going on. So on this one, so the bearish retracement levels, which are the red ones, the step 1 always draws and completes, because it's kind of it's at that point that it's detected that it's a step 1 when it actually starts. So it starts to draw at the arrowhead, and then just kind of traces the line back, so you can see the level that it's referring to, and why it's referring to that level. In that case, it's the open of that bearish candle. So, and then step 2 in that case. So essentially, on this chart and this time frame, this trading pair in this time frame, when a bearish retracement level starts drawing, this step 2 part of it completes successfully 97.4% of the time. It's just insane. Sorry, that's why these are so just bleeding brilliant for trading with. It's a trading edge beyond what you'll find anywhere, honestly, and it's in the stats, So similarly for the bullish, that completes the step 2 94% of the time. If so, of those, then you can see here it's a bit faint on there, but you can kind of see that there's that completed at step 2. It's now still drawing. That it's kind of a faint red line. That's the step 3, because it follows this kind of down, up, down. So what it's saying is that the price will retrace down to this step 3 red retracement level. It's going up at the moment, up to that one. But it's going to then, when it comes down to there, it'll very likely actually continue heading on down. So that'll be a very nice short. If you're up here, especially with that, if it first comes up, touches that one, it'll go up, then head down, or it might just head down, to be honest. But either way, then that would play out 95% of the time. It's a fairly long explanation just to get to 95, and so on. So yeah, you can just kind of use those and use those and use those. I'll just switch off the stats for now if I can find it. There. Yeah.
KB was complaining that we missed his comment earlier. So
what was that?
So sorry about that. He said, "What if the recent pullback was just a mechanical rebalance to aggregate the inefficiencies within the external range?" A lot of big words there, aren't there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to pause it. Mechanic. Oh yeah. I like the wording actually. Was this? Well, Bitcoin, I suppose, presumably.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, should we switch over to that? I think we've done Pippin now, haven't we?
Yeah, we've done Pippin's death.
Yeah. For a coin that's arguably already dead,
Yeah, although it's looking quite lively. What if the recent pullback was just a mechanical rebalance to aggregate the inefficiencies within the
Let's switch some things off.
I guess.
I mean,
too many big words for that for me.
Well, okay, so
I struggle with marmalade
within the external range. Okay, so if we're talking, I mean, we could probably surmise it a little bit. If this if this is the internal range, this is on the 4 hour still. Maybe go to the 1 hour. I don't know. To be honest, that 4 hour is probably the one, isn't it? So Actually, I just also switch order blocks and things off there. Yeah, so we've got that range. That if that's the internal range, the inner range that's going on, I should draw something in for that, just for the heck of it. So
I don't actually understand what do you mean by internal and external ranges?
Well, this is the thing. I think it. Well, I mean, obviously, KB can explain it. That might be useful, but yeah. So internal range. I think if it's that, then overall there's an outer range.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably more that, isn't it?
Okay, so
getting a little bit creative here, but
okay, so you mean like a range within a range sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, right, I understand. Yeah.
If it's that, so therefore, I mean, there are definitely inefficiencies within the external range because it's all up here mainly. So there's not like a market balance. You know what, if I should draw that in as a parallel channel, that'd be better. Find the thing. Is it up here? Never find it. Parallel channel. There we go.
So inefficiencies are the bit where the price moves really quick, isn't it, through a range? Is that right? Is that what an inefficiency is?
I was seeing it as, yeah, it's kind of if there's a market imbalance, so it's kind of pushing the price in one direction, away from the kind of the fair value level at the center, the 50%. Okay. That's just my kind of interpretation of it, really. Okay. But if that's the thing, then yeah, this is clearly overall an inefficient rate. I mean, up there, that inner range was efficient because there was a very clear kind of, it was just like waving its way along the 50% level, and you know, very, very close to that retracement level. Well, 4 of those actually, so just along there. So that was hyper efficient because it's there's a very clear kind of point of control through the center. But if you take that as a wider range, maybe, then it's inefficient because it's all over the place. You know? So, right. So if that's the current inner range, I don't know. So what was the rest of it? Was a recent pullback a mechanical rebalance to aggregate? Yeah, okay. So we saw that pullback blip down. It's because it's trying to rebalance to there, really. So now in terms of liquidity, there's probably a bunch there. There's now a bunch down there. That could become the new fair value zone, fair value level in the middle. So to answer that, yes. You know, I think the simple answer, the short answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah, different perspective from an aggregation standpoint. Yeah, rather than the current sentiment, which is obviously just down. That is actually a really good point, I think, because cool. There's all of that happening. It is ranging. You know, there's this big kind of general mood sentiment, as you say, about just everything's going down, but there is an awful lot of ranging accumulation happening in among all of that.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, which one are you?
Sorry, I was looking at Aussie's thingy.
Okay. So yeah, inefficiencies equals liquidity gaps. Yeah, definitely. So in other words, there's liquidity here, not liquidity there. So I guess you can see there's a big gap there. So that's an inefficiency, I think. Yeah. Okay. So was it this one about X money?
No, the bit where he's talking about there's a big one above.
Oh, this one. I guess with a prefix of not financial advice. So as read.
Is that in the box prolonging? What's that? OUOO.
Oh, that's a UTF-8 character translation rendering thing.
Oh.
It's probably meant to be a slash.
Oh.
But it's just the way it's rendered. Yeah. So setting up the bots for longing or shorting trades, etc. Setting up the bot. Oh, it's sorry. What's it? It's getting me excited. Tongue licky. I'm not sure. Sorry. I'd rather pay someone else to pull the trigger on trades, etc. So I'm looking for a day trading system that I can give a crack.
Okay. Not quite sure what you're on about there, mate. But
I think what he wants a Quadzilla trading bot.
I see.
Translation is.
It would be an interesting experiment, wouldn't it?
Honestly, I think it'd be a horrific experiment.
Okay.
I've got, sorry, but I just got absolutely no interest in doing a Quadzilla trading bot. Just the amount of, I mean, should I mention the name? I don't know. Just I remember with the Stonksy trading bot, and I absolutely feel for the guy who was coding that, because I think it was just on a absolute path to having a bad time with that, because I think essentially starting a trading bot is like saying, trust me with your money, my contraption here is going to just photocopy lots more notes, and we'll hand them back to you, and instead it just kind of chews up the notes that you've put into it and spits them out shredded or something, and then people get angry, because there's naturally the expectation that you're saying this thing will make you money, so put your money into it.
Yeah.
And then whether it does or not is pure chance. I mean, pure chance. Probability is all probability. And there's drawdown. So every time it draws down, there are angry comments in the chat. Every time it draws up, there's, you rock, you're the star, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, God, etc. Whatever, just superlatives and so on. And then it draws down again, because of course, it's how it works. And so, just wouldn't really want that responsibility of other people's money and so on, especially for something that's automated.
I mean, what did happen with the Stonksy one is I think it's actually when me and you first communicated, actually, because you asked me something about it in the Stonksy Discord, didn't you? I think.
Okay, yeah.
But
why is this thing lost all my money? Probably it wasn't really. It wasn't.
No, I think you were saying, like, did it really make this percentage in the first month or something? And it did. And basically what I thought, I was so confident. Well, basically Dean was so confident in its performance that I said, okay, well, shall I start off with, like, I think I started off with like $500 bucks or something. Maybe not that much, 200 or something. And I thought I'd just document what happens. And then, because I was doing regular appearances on the Stonksy show at the time, I thought, what I could do is every day I'll just talk about how it did. And like the first month it did great and actually doubled my money. And then the next month it halved it. So I thought, well, that's not very good. And after that, I was kind of like, well, should we just not mention it again? And I kind of noticed the performance of it just went bad. They did make a mistake once. I think they put in a minus rather than a plus somewhere, and it was taking longs when it should have taken shorts, and that was really bad.
And curiously, ended up with more gains.
Yeah, and I think they lost quite a lot of subscribers at that point, really, because there's quite a lot of people who'd actually joined for the bot, So I don't want that to happen. I don't want all our lovely subscribers to sort of disappear.
Yeah, exactly. It creates that. It's probably like copy trading. It's like setting yourself up for a fall. And it's, when it comes to it, I think any trading bot, it's just the way it is. It's great in certain market conditions, but you only really know it's a particular market condition once it's in that phase. And,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, my thing about bots is always like, if you had a magic box where you could put a fiver in one side and a tenner came out the other side, or rather two fivers came out the other side, then you would just get them fivers and put them back in there and just keep doing that all day long, wouldn't you? If you had that magic box, why would you sell it?
Yeah, there is that. Yeah.
You just keep it to yourself, wouldn't you? And so there's that. That said, if you do want to try it, then you could use something like 3 commas, or you could use Alertatron, I think it is. And what you can do, you can actually code a bot from the alerts within Quadzilla. You know, so if you wanted to try that sort of thing, feel free to do that. I don't think we ever will. But you know, you're welcome to do that, and there is the facility to do that because you've got the alerts there. But yeah, that's
one thing I'm thinking of, and I know this is probably going to contradict everything I was just saying, but it's just I'm a bit interested now because I was talking about the like, you know, the 1 minute scalping and so on, because the success rate of Quadzilla in there I was finding just kind of, you know, as I say, I was trading it a bit yesterday evening, and it's mad. It's so something like that. There were some trades where I was thinking like, do I do this now? Do I just kind of launch in? And or in fact one where I got a really good like open position for a short, and I thought, well, but the price is, because it's so like zoomed in into the almost atomic level of the price movements there, so that the price is really kind of doing that. It was quite disconcerting. I was thinking, am I about to get stopped out? I'm well in profit, but one crazy wick could stop me out of this sort of level. So I bottled it and just took the profit out at that point. Then of course it just carried on. The price just carried on down, like plummeting really. And I was thinking, oh shit, yeah, I should have just stuck to the trade, just kept on going. So I had a take profit level. And in fact, it just went well down past that take profit level and kept going for a while. But something that's a bit more automated takes the emotion out of it, and it's not just like one trade out of a few. It's just grinding that. I can't really say that now. Grinding that, doing that, you know, over and over and over and over. So yeah,
I tell you what. I mean, it's just looking at the price of Bitcoin now on the 1 minute. I mean, if we were to look at that Bitcoin on the 1 minute, I mean, could you show us sort of like briefly what you were doing, or, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Kind of thing you were looking for.
Yeah, this is Bitcoin, isn't it? On one, I've set myself up a bit there now, haven't I, with that? But should I delete those? What was I doing? Yeah, so actually, what time is it? 1:30. So there's probably not much price movement happening right now. But if we look back here with these retracement levels, they all just get met, don't they? Just over and over. So price is up here, and so actually, drawing just to kind of highlight what we're talking about. This area here.
So were you going short and long, or?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So, well, not at the same time.
No,
it's like just one position at a time. But yeah, here. So the maybe I'll just doing. What's the back? Oh, that's the background. Okay. Yeah. So essentially here. So say if the price is kind of currently down, I don't know, around here or something, or better still around there. In fact, not even there. I think you would probably wait until you kind of got some sort of confirmation that there's going to be a reversal. In fact, there we go. You kind of get one there and then one there, but both while it's just kind of ranging sideways. And of course, down here, the convergence band has well converged, and it's curving round, showing that the price, the momentum, everything is about to turn and head upwards. So lovely. And that happens. And we've got the added kind of confidence that there's this nearby bearish retracement level there. So when the price heads up, it's also drawn in this bullish retracement level here, which means that, so you can pretty much read that the price is going to head up, it's going to touch there. So, and that would have been from kind of there with these two green. I just realised that I was up here and talking about these down here, but these two green backgrounds and the convergence band just there. So yeah, that this price is going to head up, and sure enough it does. So that would be a good place to open a long. If I was doing this now and the price is there, I'd be looking at opening a long just there, head on up, doink, touches that. That's probably not very much of a trade. I don't know. Yeah, for scalping, 0.39, almost 0.4%, on some amount of leverage would kind of get you that, and over the space of how many minutes? 30 minutes. Well, yeah. So half-hour trade. If you're on 10x, then yeah, be a 3% gain. And then So then at that point, it's kind of get ready to short as well. But so over here, that's kind of got, that one would probably go a bit wrong. So you get stopped out. The other thing I was doing with this is just like very tight, strict stop loss levels. So I start to go short there. Seems to be on the cards, but the price comes back up. I'd probably get stopped at. In fact, also, to be honest, you could also view it that there's still that bullish retracement level playing out there. Didn't quite get stopped out itself, so that's still carrying along there. And the price did come back up and met through there. So you could take that into consideration, that if I'm going to go short there, well, the price is still imminently going to come back up to here, so maybe I'll wait a bit. So if you've done that, you could then enter the position here. But personally, I probably would have thrown caution to the wind and just gone short there. Oh yeah, I'm in profit. This is awesome. I rock. I rule. Then it comes up and I get stopped out. Bugger. But then just go again. Just re-enter, because it's going to be a series of trades. So that one comes back down. So say if I re-enter kind of there, then you get all of that. That this retracement level wouldn't have started drawing yet. It only starts drawing at the arrowhead. So that would head on down, still shorting. Probably consider. Actually, what is going to draw there? Ooh, sorry, drawing random things. Wanted to just go to that. So at this point, yeah, 0.78, call it 0.7%, again 10x, that'd be a 7% trade. At this point, you'd probably consider closing the short, just taking the profit, because we started to see some green backgrounds down here, and in fact you get a super up just there, and also the way that the price is kind of pivoted, in the sense that you get first that wick, and then a definite kind of pivot type reversal wick there, and then just goes. So yeah, definitely kind of stop the position around there. So it didn't get as far as that retracement level, which means that there's still going to be downward movement in the price. So in fact, didn't get to there yet. So you kind of know that that's on the cards. The price is going to come back up to that level, even though it's come down there. Hits that one, carries on, does its thing. It's just that over and over. Using that combined with what's down here. I was also using Bollinger Bands, to be honest. That's not Bollinger Bands, can't quite see one, do you? Oh, they're not on there, are they? Did I not add them? Balls. And that's the extra kind of thing that just gives you the confidence that whether you're trading using the Bollinger Bands because the price touches there, goes that combined with the actual levels that this is drawing in, that gives you a bit of extra. Because like here, as I was saying before, we've got the price doing whatever within that fairly tight Bollinger Band range, but the added context that at some point fairly soon the price is going to come down to that level, or when it's down here, this is going on, but the price is going to work its way back up to this level here. So as I say, yeah, just doing that over and over and over, it's mad. Then obviously that's happening in steps, like 1, 2, 3. Price retraces to that one. These shorter retracement levels happening in the inner range. And again, you've got a very, very high level of confidence the price is going to just plop down to this one, and from there down to this one, and so on. Especially if it gets down to that bearish retracement level, because it's in its step 3, meaning the price is going to come down to there, base of that level, and probably just carry on down, because that's just how those work from the step 3, and then at some point, then down to that level. So as I say, just rinse and repeat with tight stop losses. So, and it doesn't matter if you get stopped out, you just kind of gauge it like, oh yeah, I entered that position a bit early, so I'll just set it up and go again, and like keeping a read on what's down here and so on. So that's the thing. So,
okay, cool. Sorry, we got on quite late today, haven't we?
yeah, just realised the time. But just put the very last thing, I promise. But I forgot to put those in. That's the other part of it. They weren't even present on there. Maybe we'll talk about those another day, because I talk about them quite a lot anyway. But these retracement channels give you more. To be honest, it might end up being a bit too much information on the chart at once, but they do give you this extra kind of read on whether we're down in a kind of discount zone. Like if the price tries to get above that 50% level and fails, or really that retracement level there as well, then that's a sign of weakness in the price. If it was the opposite, it'd be a sign of strength in the price, and so on. So I was going to show this just very quickly. So Bitcoin 1 minute. Yeah. So this is why it's so useful to use the retracement levels especially on this type of trading stuff. It works really well on higher time frames as well, but it's a level of fun I think on the scalping level, because it's like 93%, 96%. The other reason, because I kind of started the live stream with the retracement levels drawing shorter, because I don't want to be scalping where I'm waiting 2, 3, 4 hours for a price to come back to a particular level. So I wanted to see when it's just say 60. So 1 minute. So 60 minutes. I want to see what percentage of these retracement levels come back to that level within 60 minutes. And I could probably bring the step 3 down as well to maybe 60 as well. You can see it's dropped because I'm giving it some very strict parameters now. In fact, that you could think of that as being kind of a almost unreasonable parameter. And you see all these are shortened. So at this point it stops plotting, it kind of gives up. So that would count against the stats. But eventually that comes true. It's just that we're kind of seeing, for this particular scalpy trading style, is it still a decent one to trade on this chart? 83%, and the step 3 is still in the 90s for both those, 86 for the bullish ones. So I say, that still gives you the kind of greater than 50% kind of trading edge, so that you want for this. So probabilistically, you can still trade very profitably on a series of scalp trades on this sort of chart, according to that. So anyway, go to that. Sorry, yeah, I interrupted your whatever you were saying. But
I can't remember now. No, it's been quite busy in the chat today, actually, and I'm kind of sorry if I've missed anything. I did notice here that Scotty said U.S. initial jobless claims actually 227, expected 222. Is that good or bad? That's
so jobless claims. So people on the dole on welfare, I guess, has gone up. Is higher than expected. So would that mean that we'd be more likely to see a rate cut? So yeah, because if the job market is suffering, then companies are everyone's been replaced with AI with robots and things. But probably just I suppose the normal thing, isn't it, is that we therefore need to give the economy a bit of a boost. So let's print some money. So that could well affect it. Bitcoin on the positive side, yeah.
It could, couldn't it? Comment of the day here from Space Cat saying, as a user of Quadzilla, I must say it's helping me a lot of understanding market structures and strengths in trends. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. But there are some other comments that we probably oughtn't to show, although I agree with a lot of them. Yeah, sorry about that. I get a bit kind of overly enthusiastic, I suppose.
Well, it's good. It's good. You don't want to run out of things to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we wrap it up? I know there was a few other things we want to talk about, but we can save that till tomorrow if you like.
Yeah. Okay. I know we were going to talk about Chippy, weren't we? But yeah, I think we probably have run out of time rather. So we do a Chippy Watch Friday on Free Chippy Friday day.
Yeah.
That'd be the title.
Yeah, I did notice you were involved last week. I did notice that your post in X about Chippy Watch, about Chippy. Didn't you have fish and chips last Friday?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Because the actual rewards we got were, unfortunately, the price of Chippy went up a little bit after Friday, but we did actually end up with, but we actually ended up with 11,000 Chippy. Whereas in previous weeks I was getting like 6,000, 6,500. So last week was pretty good. That was 11,000, which we've not had it that high since December last year. So it's quite good. When the price is low, you get more Chippy. So anyway, we can talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it, that one? Just,
yeah,
it's sweet.
But yeah, don't eat swords. It's bad for you.
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay. All right. Should we go?
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
It's go time. It's go time. No, that's wrong, isn't it? It's
right. For anybody who doesn't have Quadzilla, there's a QR code up in the corner at the moment that will take you to the appropriate page. Alternatively,
also let me bring up the thing. Yeah.
Okay. Alternatively, you can go to savercrypto.org/QZ. I've also pinned it in a pinned comment thing in the chat as well. So it's there. If you've got any questions about it, join the Discord. And as I say, once you're there, like PM me or Maff, we won't contact you first. So if you get anybody else pretending to be us, he's a scammer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
he, she, or it, or whatever is. Yeah.
I quite like if an attractive woman contacts you on Discord, he's a scammer.
Yeah, basically, just yeah. So yeah, just very quickly. So I mean, I've obviously gone through all of that. Quadzilla genuinely is awesome. It'll level up your trading big time.
I think actually we've excelled today in just showing how amazing it really is actually. So
just live examples essentially. So yeah, just want to quickly mention as well, because I know you were kind enough to mention Mafftopia at the start, but so mafftopia.com is just kind of a landing page with the links, but do get subscribed on YouTube with Mafftopia. Follow on x.com/Mafftopia. If you wanna, then hit up the Medium page as well. So we've got a new science and technology roundup speedrun thing video coming out a bit later this week. I know tomorrow's Friday, so I'm running out of time on that one, but it'll be later this week. And thanks so much for everyone who's kind of subscribed on here. It's always turned into 1.03k subscribers, so appreciate that. So it only started in January, or just before January, so really kind of stoked with the way that's all heading out. And there's all sorts of stuff, news things, and it's good fun. Do get subscribed, appreciate it. And that's about it really. I'll switch back to Quadzilla.
Okay, thanks everyone for coming along today. Please do give the live stream a like. It's really important. We get this out to as many people as possible. I'll probably do another video later on today. If you didn't see my one about the Russian money laundering last night, then do check that out as well. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time. And trade safe and take care, everyone. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him down there.
Likewise, yes, and that way, and so on.
Right. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye now.